Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Pamela and today we are going to be talking about something that has honestly changed my life the moment I started practicing it, which is the joy of missing out. But before we go into today's topic, I do want to share some very exciting news that for the next 12 days, I'm going to be doing a very fun little series called 12 Days to Your Dream Life. And it's a little bit like Vlogmas, which is what people do on here where they film every single day up until Christmas in December. But with it being officially December 1st, I wanted to do my own little self-development series and just a bunch of content to help us prep for the new year, which is already next month, which is crazy. So for the next 12 days, expect a brand new video just like this one. And I'm also going to end up saving all of them into a playlist so that as the days go on, you guys can just check them out. But let's dive into what today's video is going to be all about. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is because we live in a world where we're constantly shown what everyone else is doing, where they're going, what they're wearing, what they're achieving. And it becomes so easy to feel like we're falling behind and we're not on the correct timeline, especially with who you follow online and what kind of content you consume. It can be really easy to fall into that trap. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is your peace, your growth, and your personal life. Like that rhythm, that routine, that groove, that is what matters the most. And that is always more important at the end of the day, rather than trying to keep up with everybody else's highlight reel, because we only see such a small portion of people's life online, even mine. Like we don't ever really see the hard times or the full picture of everything. So in today's video, I want to break down 5 ways to fall in love with the joy of missing out, which does not mean that you're isolating yourself, but it's about embracing the need to not need to participate in everything that's going on around you and actually feeling okay with it. It is more about having mindfulness, choosing your own path, being on your own pace, and choosing your own peace. So let's get into it. Number 1 is choosing peace over pressure. So the joy of missing out really teaches you to protect your energy by saying no and not feeling guilty about it, without feeling like you are compromising yourself and you're not living for these outside expectations. Like you are literally creating your own space, your own sanctuary, your own peace. And the reason why I say choosing peace over pressure is because a lot of the times when things come up or when plans happen or when you don't really feel like doing something, we sometimes feel that pressure from other people or those around us, or because of things that we've seen online, to feel like we have to make a certain decision or say yes because of XYZ, when it's like, just do things because you actually feel like doing it. Don't do it because, again, you want to live for the expectations of others. Like when you truly embrace the joy of missing out, you stop living for everyone else's expectations. You're no longer saying yes to things because of guilt or because you want to keep up with everyone else. When you truly embrace the joy of missing out, like you are no longer living for everyone else's expectations. You're not saying yes to things because of guilt or because you want to keep up with everybody else. Like instead of forcing yourself to show up because you feel obligated, you are now beginning to protect your energy, which at the end of the day is the most important thing. Because if you don't have the time and you don't have the energy and you literally do not want to do something, there is no need to say yes just because you want to keep up with what everyone else is doing, or because you want to stay on top and you want to be like, hey, like I'm able to keep up, I'm able to stay on top just like you guys. It's like, no, like if you do not want to do something, you don't feel like doing it, and you'd much rather be home or be doing something else, that is perfectly fine, because again, you're not doing it out of guilt. This can probably be the hardest thing to follow, because when we put our foot down, when we have boundaries with certain things, a lot of people take this as you're being rude, you don't want to do this, or that you're better than that person. But it's literally nowhere near that. Like it's literally about becoming more intentional on who gets access to you, because not everybody deserves your time, not everyone deserves your energy or your space. Be intentional about every single decision that you are making, and I promise you are going to feel so much happier. And my sister and I were literally talking about this yesterday, where we were like, it's your life, it's our life. It's like, why would we make decisions or do things that don't make us happy? At the end of the day, choose yourself in certain situations, especially when it's a situation where you already know where you're kind of leaning towards. Just choose that and don't feel bad about it. Like again, it's your boundaries, it's your life. Do things that make you feel good. Tip number 2 is falling in love with your own company. So this is probably one of my favorite tips, but getting comfortable with being alone and enjoying time in your own company is one of the most valuable things that you can teach yourself. Like, not everybody has this skill, and it is truly something that if you have it, it is definitely a luxury, because a lot of people don't know how to be alone. They don't know how to spend time by themselves, and they literally don't have hobbies. They don't have anything to do outside of just always being around other people or always wanting to do things with other people. But the joy of missing out helps you see that this alone time that you want or that you sometimes need, again, is a luxury rather than being portrayed as this person is lonely or this person never wants to do anything. Like, you are building your slow routines that are comforting, and you are deepening your hobbies. Like, you're doing certain things that don't require validation, they don't require an audience, and you are just doing it simply just for you. Plain and simple, there is no explanation needed. And going off of that and a lot of what we've been talking about, I used to compare myself a lot when I was younger, like specifically middle school, high school, and all throughout my teens, even a little bit into my early 20s after college. I always thought to myself, I was like, I wish that I had certain kinds of friendships in my life, things that I was seeing online, or I wish that I could be this kind of person with this personality where anyone just wanted to be my friend. And social media, again, played a really big part in that in my life, because you see these really big friend groups going on trips or shopping or going on dates together, and I would just think, like, when is this going to happen to me? When is it going to be my turn? But as I'm learning, as I'm getting older, as I'm growing, and I'm becoming more evolved and mature, I'm realizing that when you are comfortable and happy with yourself and you know where you're going and what you're working towards, all of these little things and all of this outside noise really does not matter as much, because it's like, you know, the dream life you want and the dream life it is that you are building is not going to come just out of nowhere. It's going to come based off of your hard work, the kind of environment that you surround yourself with, and also your relationship with yourself. If you don't have the confidence in yourself to know that you can do what it is that you want to do, you're not going to get there. If you are around people that are lazy and don't have goals and they kind of just do the same thing every day and there's nothing really going on with their life, you are going to be surrounded by that energy, and it's eventually going to flow into your life. So it's like, you would be surprised, like, just how many people don't know how to be in their own company or don't know what is going on, and they always need to rely on others or to be in relationships in order to be happy, to make them feel like, okay, I'm doing good. But it's like, the joy of missing out teaches you that you can be comfortable with yourself. You can make your own company and fall in love with that. Number 3 is feeling secure enough to opt out. So this basically means that you are confident enough in yourself and who you are and your actions that you feel like when you say no to plans or you choose to purposefully not opt into plans, it's because you just want to do it. You just need to do it, and it's not because of any other reason. Like, again, if you know the answer for making whatever decisions it is that you're making, that's all that matters. When you embrace the joy of missing out, you are no longer feeling like, I am scared of being excluded out of these plans, or I don't want to be left out tonight, because again, you're trusting your own timing and you're trusting your own direction. So missing out on things becomes a choice, and there is no comparison. Like, you're being rooted in your own confidence, and there's no pressure. Like, you're just doing what aligns with you. And I think a really big example of that with me is when I have to edit something or send out an email or just do something that is related to my personal work, I always feel like I need to choose between, I have to do this, or I want to do this because I want to go out with these people, or I want to do these plans, but I have to edit this video, or I have to do this, I have to do that. And it's like, the choosing, it's like, what is going to benefit me more? And obviously there's definitely, this can go two different ways, because life is short and you want to see people, you want to hang out with people, you want to do things, and you want to say yes to plans. But I feel like there has to be a balance where you are also pouring into your own cup, and you're not just always doing what everyone else says and doing what everyone else wants because of validation. Like, there needs to be a balance where you are putting in your own work, and you can name things throughout the week that you did for yourself before you go out and you start doing things for other people, whether it is favors or saying yes to plans or whatever it is. Like, make sure you are filling up your own cup. I've seen a lot of people make videos on TikTok about boundaries and how some people just need to suck it up and do what it is that they don't want to do, versus others that say, like, if you really don't want to do something, just put your foot down and say no. It's very simple. And like I said, the thing is that I agree with both, because I feel like it depends on the kind of situation. But more recently with me, like, if it's a Friday or a Saturday night and I'm already comfy at home, and then I see the group chat blowing up with everyone, they're like, hey, we're going out, and I just don't feel like it, I'm not gonna make myself go or feel FOMO just because they all decided last minute that they're gonna go out and have fun and I just don't want to be a part of it. Like, there is nothing wrong with that, because again, it is about feeling secure enough to not need to participate in every single thing that is going on. Because again, it doesn't just even have to be with plans with going out, it could be with favors or doing things for other people, because sometimes it becomes this repetitive thing where, like, you just get tired of it. You just get tired of always pouring into everybody else's life, and then what about yours? And I'm in that stage and that era of my life where I will have fun, I'll do things, I'll say yes to last minute plans when it happens, but I know, again, at the end of the day, like, where I want my life to go versus others around me. And not everything is worth putting your energy into. You're on your own timeline and you know what you're doing, you know where you want to go. That's all that matters. And the more that you try to stay on the same energy as everyone else when it's not working, you are eventually going to break, or it's eventually just not going to happen anymore, because that's not you. Like, you're not being yourself. So truly prioritize yourself and do things that are going to fulfill you and pour into your own cup, because we are so worried about what other people think and what other people are doing nowadays that the focus is being taken away from ourselves. And it's just like, take a deep breath, remember who you are, and make decisions based on what you want to do. Number 4 is prioritizing long-term fulfillment over temporary fun. So the things that you envision for your life, whether it is long-term goals, big dreams, hitting certain milestones, etc., like, these are all things that are not going to happen without work, without discipline, dedication, and focus. And all of these things really require prioritizing, like, what is temporary in this moment and what is going to happen for a small period of time versus things that are genuinely going to benefit you in the long run. And this doesn't just apply to missing out on certain things or certain events or whatever, but it can literally even be with your everyday life, which I think is the most important thing to emphasize here. Like, should you be sleeping in a majority of the week when you said that you want to be a morning person? Should you be spending your money on random things if you said you wanted your savings account to hit a certain number? Should you be doom scrolling if you want to read more books? Like, think about that short-term gratification and then look at your longer term goals. Ask yourself, like, are the things that you're doing every day really aligning with what it is that you're trying to do and the life that you want to create for yourself? Because the joy of missing out is really about shifting your focus from that instant gratification and doing things in the moment, just, okay, I'm not even going to think, let's just do this, versus thinking about that long-term growth. Like, you are choosing your habits that are going to support your future rather than chasing all of these short-term things, these short-lived moments that at the end of the day aren't really that much. So think about your progress, think about filling the bar for yourself and hitting all of the milestones and things it is that you want to achieve, because that becomes so much more exciting than all of the random side quests and all of the random things that come up in life that are not really going to benefit you that much. And again, it depends on the situation, because like I said before, sometimes there has to be like a little bit of a balance, pick and choose depending on the situation. But in a few years, are you really going to be feeling that FOMO when you realize that the small things you're doing right now can easily be replaced with better habits and decisions? Like, I've been working on myself with everything that I listed before. I've become a morning person. I love waking up at 5:30. I've learned to love reading or doing things that benefit my mind and are helping me learn more. I've learned to not need to go out constantly and not need to spend money that doesn't need to be spent, because every day as we're getting older, we want to use this time to get closer to where it is that we want to be. We don't want to get further from where it is that we want to go, but it literally starts with these small things that you are doing every single day, because eventually it's going to build up over time to reach the big things it is that you want to accomplish. Last but not least is tip number 5, create a home life, rituals, and routines that you actually love. So this is going to be my favorite tip of this video because your daily routines, what you do every day, your structure, and how you live your life can easily be changed or created. And for example, like you have the power to change the things around you in your environment. Like if you are not happy with something, you can make that change. If you want to become a morning person, you can start waking up earlier. If you want to read more, you can buy books. You can go to your local library. Like there are so many little ways that we can change things that we are not happy about because you have the power to do this. And it literally starts with your home life, with your rituals, and with your routine. Missing out on certain things actually can feel good when you have built this routine that makes everything feel really intentional. Like for example, romanticizing your everyday life and your everyday routines. Embracing this slower living actually has so many benefits, and you're working on building a life that is genuinely peaceful. Like you're not doing things super rushed because you need to get here, you need to get there. Like you are truly taking your time, and that is something that has definitely changed my life, is romanticizing the little things, not needing to wait for these really big days or really special moments. Like just romanticizing the little things in your everyday life can really make a difference. And again, I'm speaking from experience, but I used to struggle with this where I would feel like I needed to wait for a big occasion or a special day in order to do something. But when you stop waiting for these special moments and you make every day the special occasion, you just become happier because it's like, I'm excited to wake up. I'm excited to put on a brand new outfit. I'm excited to go and do this because every single day is that occasion. Like every day is fun. So why wait? Like even today, I woke up at around 6ish. I got changed, got ready, started filming. I literally have a full outfit on, a sweater and jeans, and it's not even 8 in the morning yet, but it's like I was excited to wake up today and film and put on my outfit that I picked out last night. Like every day becomes the special occasion, so it's like, why not just make the most of every single day? But again, like it starts with creating this routine and these rituals and this life that you actually love. But it starts with the small things: how you wake up, your mindset, what kind of content you're intaking, what you're listening to, what you're reading, what you're watching. And your life can really change when you start implementing these little things, because like I said in the previous tips, these small things add up to the bigger things in the end. And eventually you just become so happy with the life you've built that everything you want just slowly starts manifesting. Like be grateful for what is currently in your life, because things can change rapidly, and the work that you've been doing for years and the things it is that you are working towards can instantly happen in any moment. But it's like you have to keep showing up every single day, and again, filling your own cup and not falling for things outside of it that are just the outside noise. That is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, I'm so excited to start this 12 days to your dream life series. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and let me know what was your favorite tip from this video. Bye.